Hi there, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color, and we are continuing with Tarot Tuesdays. I really wanted to do it yesterday, but it started raining and it came down so hard I couldn't even hear myself. All right, so here we are. So the next card, this week's card, or this month's card, or whenever you're watching it, is the Two of Wands. Okay, so Wands overall, twos are about choices. Twos are about duality, seeing the difference. Wands are about passion. Wands are about fire. Wands are about action. Wands are about desire. Uh, for me, wands are like the thing that fires you up, the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning, things that you want to do, right? Oh, this really excites me. This really calls me, invigorates me, right? So we have the two. So the two is a choice. Now, interestingly, because it's wands and they're fertile, they're both fertile. So this is the past, right? This is a choice that you've made in the past or an experience that you've had in the past, right? And it was fertile and it worked, but there was a certain, I don't know, limitation to it or a certain confinement in a way, right? Which might not be bad. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, let's say I have a store. I always use that example. I have a store and business is okay. I pay the rent, I can pay all my bills, and I make a certain amount a month or give or take a certain amount a month. Fine. But now, like I'm weighing something because he's almost weighing something in his hands. It's like, let me look at what I have or what the other opportunities are. So, okay, I have a store and I make $1,000 a month just for a number. And now I'm thinking about opening another store or moving the store to another location, et cetera, et cetera. And I have to weigh it. I have to decide. It's like, okay, is the rent the same? Is the location better? Blah, 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 blah. So this, there's this hope, there's this understanding of hope in the future of like really maybe bringing in more energy. You're bringing in the world. You have the world in your hands. So there's an energy of adventurousness and an energy of taking a chance, an energy of making a choice. There's this real energy, and the thing is, because it's a wand, it's like there's a choice going to be made. Like there's an action going to be taken one way or another. Because sometimes, okay, oh, I want to open another store, say the same store in a town, 3 towns away. Like I want to keep my old store and I want to open a new one as well. And, have to figure it out. A lot of times I feel, a lot of times for me, because I'm an optimist, right? So it's all about like, okay, I'm moving forward into the future. I'm going to do a new thing, right? Because it's easy to see that in this card. But because at the moment, like the back is turned. Now you could either see this as the back is turned on the past, right? Oh, well, I used to do that and now I'm going to do something else. Or you could also see it as I'm looking at and I'm waiting for an offer or making an offer toward, getting a new store in a new town. And I talked to some landlord or I talked to some whatever. I talked to my suppliers about it. I talked to my suppliers about it. Oh, if you can give me a better price, blah, 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 whatever it is. Is it easy for you to get there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot kind of going on because you're really weighing. There's like a decision to be made, but it feels like the decision is going to be made. Like that's the way it really feels in the card. So this is okay. So this is the way I traditionally read it. This is just my own interpretation. And that's the thing about tarot. I'm trying to give you an example of how I read and my interpretation. But it's really important to come up with your own interpretation. As you read and as you practice, you come up with different interpretations. Because honestly, I've been reading for years, and it took me years to see this, right? Because there's almost like a safety and a stability here. And sometimes it's like, okay, well, I'm looking at an opportunity, but maybe now is not the time. Or, I have a plan for it in 6 months or a year or whatever it is. I have to raise the money, I have to get the workers, whatever it is. However, this one, it's like he unlimits his choices. Like this is a certain limitation in a way. That's the way I see it. Like it'll grow, but it can only grow in this one space, right? This, it's like, well, I'm going to plant it in a new place. I'm going to plant it in a new place. And, I'm kind of taking a chance. I've weighed my options. I'm looking at it. And the thing is, it's sitting on roses, right? So roses are all about love. It's all about comfort, it's about wealth. Roses are about wealth because they symbolize Venus. Because it was originally a 5-petaled flower, just a whole thing. So it feels like, yeah, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to, but it's a choice, and you also have to read it with the cards around it. So let's say I pull this card and then I pull the Fool. So the Fool is very optimistic, but he's sort of aimless. And the Fool can sometimes just be a fool. It's like, okay, well, I've looked at this opportunity and now or let's say it comes up the Hangman. And the Hangman is this energy of pausing, waiting, looking, waiting to receive information. This energy also of a willing self-sacrifice. It's like, okay, well, if I open 2 stores, that cuts into my time, or I'm going to have to travel to go see what's going on in the store, and it's an hour away, and how often do I have to go, and how much money is it going to cost me in gas, and blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So there's a choice being made, but you're really thinking about it. You're really weighing it, It's not, it's this energy of like kind of careful consideration. It does feel though that it's sort of a light, bright card. It does feel like the right choice will be made. And the thing is too, is like sometimes it's like you take a chance and it didn't work, but at least you took a chance, right? Well, I tried. And I don't want to say it seems like, in this card, like he's looking forward to the future, toward something else coming. But he could also make a decision to say, like I have a certain plan and it's super happy where it is. It's super happy where it is. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's really happy where it is, because I have a lot of plants. And sometimes I move them and it's like, that was a mistake. And sometimes I move it, it was like, oh, I found the right spot. I really found the right spot. So there's this element of choice. There's this element of kind of taking a chance. And there's an element of like really weighing it. It's like, let me really, my passion is here, but I'm also, it's not impulsive. It's not an impulsive card. It doesn't feel impulsive. It feels like I'm going to make the right choice after careful consideration. That's my take on the card. So it's choice, a choice and passion, with experience behind you, which is very interesting. Anyway, that is my take on the 2. Nancy and I are going to be offering classes, I don't know, soon. If you'd like a private reading, I also administer spiritual healing, clearing. I need cataract operations, so I have a GoFundMe below. And it's, yeah, I can't even get into it. Anyway, if you want to support me, that'd be great. And check out the rest of the series. I'm going through the whole deck. Next week will be the Three of Wands. And blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Have a lovely day, week, month. Talk to you soon. Bye.